Welcome to Pop Kasa. My name JJ Raymond. But then I've got two beautiful ladies right here who are just looking at me like, come on, let's get on this chairs. First up, I'd like to say good afternoon to you, Seun Bankole. How are you?
Good afternoon, JJ. I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
You are as familiar as BOB. How are you, gorgeous?
Fantastic.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's get down to some fantastic stories right now. The first one comes from Mr. Megzi on Twitter. Now, this is a true life story. And then he tweeted saying, my uncle who resides in Kaduna has been paying his son's school fees to study medicine in a private school for 7 good years. And he had no idea that he wasn't in school all this while. The boy rented an apartment in Port Harcourt and was squandering money, millions of naira. He just found out and he is so heartbroken. Let me paraphrase. The boy has been receiving school fees, pocket money, all kinds of provisions for 7 good years without his parents' notice. Now, first of all, Seun, who is to blame? Who do we put the blame on? The parents or the ward, the child, the boy?
I am definitely sticking it on the boy, right? Even if the parents are giving the boy all the money they had, right? They sent you to medical school in a private university, right? They did their best to give you the best. And then you now decided, wait, you want to turn to money squander. No, the full fault is on the boy. I'll blame the boy because the parents tried their best to give him very good education and he decided that he wanted to become a millionaire in Port Harcourt. So
okay, so B.O.B., do you totally put it on the boy?
The parents are his words. They are solely responsible for that child.
Okay.
Now, I don't know the kind of family he was born into, but my type of family and the way I was brought up, your parents will still come to the school at one point or the other to find out how you are doing, to check up on you, to probably get to know 1 or 2 of your lecturers. My father followed me to school when I was going to school in 100 level.
I'm sorry, but
he knows at least 3 of my lecturers. So if your son, you say you live in Kaduna, the boy he lied, he was schooling in Port Harcourt. Even if the parents can't make it, they are old. A cousin, a family, an uncle, a relative, someone, a ward should have been there to make sure that this particular boy was in school.
Okay, let me tend to differ from your view right now, B.O.B. A young boy who's been sent to school to go study a course like medicine, medicine and surgery, and then you're also in a private school, which is quite expensive. Now, isn't this gross responsibility, rather irresponsibility on your side, not even trying to be that person, your future career person? Be someone who's quite successful. Not even considering the fact that your parents are spending this amount of money. Compare yourself with your peers, that these guys are also going to emerge someday to become medical doctors, probably next 6, 7, 8 years, depending on how long they spend. And then you just decide to mess around with their money, not thinking about the future. What do you think about this? Don't you think that this is absolutely crazy of the boy?
Wickedness, yes. It's wickedness. It's unfair. Coupled with the fact that I don't think they are so wealthy that you would actually do that to your parents. It shows that you don't even pity them. You don't care. You don't have a conscience.
Good.
But at the end of the day, if not be my kind, Popsy Martimo, Alaji would have coded that this child, there's something fishy. One way or the other, my father would have found out that you're lying. You can't keep it for 7 years.
Well, the truth is, you have a point. 7 years is so long
such a long time. Nah.
And even the book says, the good book says, that train up a child in the way he should go. So perhaps the child is also exhibiting elements of his or her parents. What do you think?
JJ, I put it to you that this boy, let his parents be going to check on him every weekend. He would have deceived them successfully. Yes, because he must have exhibited being a responsible son at home. But he was going home. Did you see the second part of the tweet that said that he was actually going home to collect provision, to collect money from? So everybody knows that this boy was in school.
Everybody assumed, you mean?
Assumed. Okay, well, assumed. So I put it to you that if his parents had been going to school every weekend to check on him, he would have deceived them successfully. Let them be wealthy. Let them be the wealthiest family in Nigeria, in Kano, in northern Nigeria. It is unfair on his part to deceive his parents, because if those parents die and you have successfully deceived them, you have your life in your hands. They wanted to give you a legacy and you decided that, you know what, I'll take bottles over medicine. It's on him.
Now, sometimes I also wonder what exactly goes on in the head of such persons, because I think the society right now is all about the get rich, and people don't have values no more. a lot of people, a lot of the youth. So I also think that he's been influenced by a lot of things he's seen. He wants to perhaps drive the Benz and roll with the big boys and do the bling bling. No. So that deviated him from who he was supposed to be.
Or he portrayed his family as a very wealthy family in school, and so it's easy for his friends to say.
He wasn't even in school. He did not
resume at all. He was never enrolled. So it's possible that he dropped out. We don't know the full story. Maybe he dropped out after the first semester or after the first session.
And then there's also the part of peer pressure and influence from his friends and family.
Yeah.
So probably one or two things went down and he decided, oh, I don't even have time for school. Because he could have enrolled for diploma or degree or something else.
Go school.
He didn't want to go to school.
Look at this from another dimension.
All right.
A boy who's had an issue in school should also be able to open up to the parents to say that,
Absolutely.
hey, brother, father, mom, this is exactly what I'm going through right now, so that he gets help.
On
so
the
don't you think that the relationship was...
Yes, I want to believe that. I want to believe that as much as the parents did not have time, we didn't get the full story, but I'm here thinking the parents probably did not have time to visit him in school. Even if they did, he would have deceived them that I'm enrolled, and they would not know, as a smart boy. And then I also want to believe that they didn't have a good relationship, such that if something had caused him to actually not enroll or drop out, he could not confide in at least mommy or daddy or brother or sister that would have helped him. And I'm happy about... See, the father is strict. Because when he found out, he told him to get out of the house.
Okay, yeah, that takes me to the next point. The father said, hey, for everything you've done, you
hurt me.
Go to prison, go to jail. And the mom perhaps even disowned him. Now, but don't you think that that's too harsh for a boy, your own son? Because even we take it from the prodigal son who, after spending the whole money, was still accepted. Come on.
What type of playing is this? That's not harsh. That's not even harsh at all. If I was the father, I would arrest the boy. He didn't arrest him. He only told him, he disowned him and told him never to come back home.
I'm in front of the camera. I'm trying to control myself.
Talk
it's too harsh after 7 years.
7 years. Private
the
school.
father did not even do so. He said he should leave this house and get out.
Yes.
Because if he touch him, police will arrest
if he won't join him.
Is that there? The man was trying to restrain himself from doing what he would have done.
Yes.
Now, even though back then, the way we were brought up, there was a lot of fear imbibed in us. This generation, I don't know what's going on. But yes, you dare not. So I'm sure that's the kind of man he has at home, his dad. Because if the father touch him once,
his body will not remain.
Okay, so this is our English is mixing up with pidgin and all that, but it's okay. If his father touch him once, wahala go day.
Yes.
But hey, I also think that love conquers all. Anyway, let's go on a break, ladies.
What type of love is that? Is his father good? I'm going to arrest him.
We have the next story coming up right after this break. Please do stick around.
News Central TV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the News Central TV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa First.
Thanks for staying with us right here on Kasa. Now over to the next story. Quite an interesting one and a very familiar story. Now it's about an 18-year-old girl who got into a relationship with a 30-year-old man. I'll help you with that mathematics. 12 years difference. Okay. The couple was so cool with their relationship and with their affair, but not this lady, Randy Rosario.
Talking about. So if I'm 30 years old and I'm talking to your son that's 12 years younger than me, what's the problem?
Do you understand?
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
My problem with that would be is that you have more experience than he is, and I would want him to live his life a little bit more before dealing with someone that's seasoned. I have 2 children, 2 sons.
I have a son as well. So I mean, I think even when I think about Jay-Z and Beyonce, whether you're talking about me or Jay-Z, what's the difference?
I wouldn't encourage my son to date someone that's 12 years younger than him either. So immediately, like the conversation went to the comparison. I hold both parties accountable.
Right.
And I wouldn't like either of that, any situation like that.
That's fair.
Absolutely something to debate about and over. Quite crazy. Well, first of all, 18-year-old dating a 30-year-old. Do you have a problem with that?
Should I go first?
Yeah, come on, girl.
So this one is very dicey because I have an issue with 18 dating 30. However, I do not have an issue with 40 dating 52.
Okay.
Why?
Do you understand? So the age difference, because a 40-year-old woman is mature. She's experienced. She has seen life. She probably had a previous man or not. She has seen what relationship, life has shown pepe. So she can marry someone that is 52. For example, Nigeria's Adam Soshomole. The age difference between him and his wife, his current wife, is quite a lot. It's about 30 years, right? But 18 is quite inexperienced. And 30, no. So 12-year age gap is not my issue.
Yeah.
But 18 and 30 is my issue.
B.O.B. is looking at you like, come on, man. 18 is an adult. Come on. An 18-year-old is an adult, a full-blown adult. That's the age for independence. You can vote.
Serious relationship.
Everything. But hey, an 18-year-old.
Now,
do you have a problem with that too?
Now, the thing is, who is 30, who is 18? If the boy is 30, the girl is 18, the mental balance is a bit okay for me. Because women mature faster than men. It's proven. But if the girl is 30, it's the other way around. The girl is 30, the boy is 18. It's a no.
Okay, we are sticking to this.
Yeah.
B.O.B., would you allow your 18-year-old child date a 30-year-old guy?
My 18-year-old son,
daughter.
I stand with Randy Rosario on
Your
this.
18-year-old child, picking girl. Would
18-year-old daughter, B.O.B.
Let's do that.
Date a 30-year-old man.
Because, you know, men mature, actually, women mature more, you know, earlier
Now,
than
here's the
men,
thing. I
like
stand
you said.
with Randy Rosario's point.
B.O.B.
And then
answer the question.
The other lady was throwing the Jay-Z and Beyonce path at her. Like, how about Jay-Z, the celebrity couple? Jay-Z is way older than Beyonce. And hello? Jay-Z is older than Beyonce, but you should look at the age with which they settled. Now, they both had their difference even after the marriage. There was a point they were even going to break up because of their maturity, their level of thinking. Beyonce's own was different from Jay-Z's own, but they were able to balance it. They were able to reconcile. Now, I won't do that. I would allow my child at the age of 18. Hello, why are you thinking of serious relationship at the age of 18? I didn't say you cannot date him. I'm telling you that don't think of the serious relationship
at that age
right now. Wait and discover your purpose. Find out what you want to do in life.
Go B.O.B.
Focus on your life, your career, your future, your education. First, before you start thinking of serious relationships.
So it's not even about 30 now. It's about dating at all.
I don't care.
Okay.
B.O.B., I totally don't agree with you because at the age of 18, I knew where I was headed to. I knew I was coming on TV. But here I am on TV. Come on, girl. So will you be very uncomfortable? Let's get it all twisted right now. So 12 years old. I mean, it's a 12-year difference, rather. Do you find that very awkward? Are you cool with that? Would you date a man who is 12 years older than you?
I will.
I have.
Okay.
I have dated someone.
That's fine. Now, let's get it twisted. What if the man was 12 years younger than you?
No, I will not.
As I said, going back to the first point I made, women mature faster than men.
Okay.
It's proven. So if women mature faster than men, I want someone older than me, more matured, more experienced, psychologically, mentally. Like there was a situation where someone was telling me, hey, I'm 46. You cannot be talking to me like this. You cannot be talking to me. And I'm like, you're not even showing the maturity a 46-year-old should have at this point. So that means there's something wrong with your upbringing or your mentality. So it's at the end of the day, it's not even about the age. Because my best friend is a guy. And I'm older than him. But this guy thinks like a 50-year-old. And I'm not kidding you. Because he lost his dad at an early age of 9. So he had to be responsible for his mom and his sister.
So why can't you date someone like that?
That's what I'm telling you. He had to be responsible for his mom and his sister. So at the end of the day, your level of maturity, your sense of reasoning and everything matters a lot.
Than the age.
For me,
than
yes.
The age.
Yes, than
Meaning
the age.
that B.O.B. you would allow your child
I have dated
date
someone younger
who is
than
younger.
I am. Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I have dated someone younger than me.
Hey, this table you are shaking.
I'm also saying that you give a thumbs up to the likes of Regina Daniels.
Oh, yes.
And Ned Nwoko.
As long as he treats her right. And she's happy. It's okay. And then there's the Jonas brother with Priyanka.
There's Gabriel Union and Dwayne.
Oh my God, that's one of my.
By the way, today's the anniversary.
You don't know her, but there's also my sister.
Oh.
Who? Gabriel Union is your sister?
No, I said my own sister, my blood sister.
You see? So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, does he love you? Does he respect you? Does he treat you right? It's not the one I'm married to you and you keep embarrassing me.
But there's something we are missing
out. People like Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey when they got married. So that's a no-no. If you are marrying a Nick Cannon, please don't.
These examples we are bringing,
the
ladies were mature before they got married to these older men. Gabriel Union's husband is about 8 years younger than her, but she didn't marry him at 18.
No, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Regina Daniels did not marry at 18.
Yep.
She was 20-something.
So
Thank
18,
you.
So 18 is a no.
Yes, no.
At what
no.
age do you think a lady should at least start thinking about a serious relationship?
So
At this
yes,
point?
It shouldn't be age.
in Africa.
It shouldn't be age.
So that means
Africa.
18 is fine.
No, it shouldn't be age.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
In Africa,
Yeah. I think
see
it
that?
depends on experience and maturity, not exactly
That
age.
simply says that at the age of 18, there are certain things you've not experienced.
Yes, but some people grow faster, and then they have experiences where they have to know life quickly. So they are very mature at 18. That's why they would. They got married at what age now? 18. And the marriage is still good.
Kanu Nwankwo's wife also got married at the age of 18.
Come on now. So it shouldn't be age, but still
Okay, all right. So I like the fact that we are agreeing on something right now, which is it's not a matter of age.
Yeah.
Whether you're 18, 22, 45, it really doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you've got your hairs all intact, right? Ladies?
you guys should not, please. I love Randy because she's very straight to the point. Randy Rosario is very straight to the point and very good very intelligent in critiquing. She said something. She said, I'm not talking about you not dating him, but at 18 years, my son or my daughter doesn't know what she wants. Yeah. So I would rather he focus and concentrate on his life, developing himself, achieving something, knowing what you want to do and be out of life before you think of a serious relationship with someone older than you.
I think at this point, we just want to go on a very quick break and then we head to the itch. Stick around.
News Central TV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the News Central TV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa first.
All right, it's Pop Kasa and we're headed to the itch. Now this one is very funny, quite hilarious and quite creepy. But first up, take a look at the video.
About 1 hour time now, you come goodness and mercy, come carry this snake. I go carry those snake with teeth big like that, saying I paid snake. I carry and here they come like this. Come goodness and mercy if I come collect them. I put them inside. The bag no day again. So my children is snake pass that. Snake what? Yeah. Snake. Huh? I'm gonna see the bag again. What is that? My snake what? What is snake? Yeah, snake. Snake. Open the door, guy. Open the door. Open the door. You know about the wait. No, they bite. I pet snake. You know they bite. I driver wait, ma come down first. Wait, ma come down. I get snake na snake.
Respect to everybody who's seen this video. In case you didn't get that, about a content creator who went into the bus to perhaps pull out one of his biggest pranks, and he said he had a snake in a bag and he can't find that snake bag. And everybody went, who? Snake? How? Now, would you girls find it quite funny? Or would you find it creepy if you were in that bus and this happened to you?
This thing that we are easy and laugh. It's not funny. Oh. I wouldn't laugh if I was on the bus, definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny now, but it's not funny.
Do you think he took it too far?
I think so. Nigerians, everything is not content. Come on now. How are you going to bus, that tight bus, and say you're looking for your bag of snake? So why, Minnie?
Now this thing is it's two ways. Like it has its advantage and disadvantage. Like now it's funny when you watch it. And then if you had someone that was hot-tempered in that bus, when he comes down, he'll first knock him one slap first.
When he finds out
for trying that kind of rubbish.
And
then if you had someone with an existing health condition, like someone that has high BP or panic attack or something, and you pull this kind of prank on the person in the bus, that's it. And then
would
you
have
now turn
fainted.
back and say, I'm sorry, it was a joke. I was joking. No, you don't do that.
Fantastic.
You don't do that in
I like
public.
that.
So I think it's two ways. So while you're trying to create content and
Yeah.
be funny, you should also be mindful of where you do it. Because you don't know the kind of people you have in the bus. These are strangers. You don't know anything about
You're
them.
right. You're right.
So
You don't
just
know
absolutely.
whose landlord just knocked on his door and said, "Hey
You
man,
understand?
go pack out today." oh."
not in the mood.
That
Or
kind-
person when your wife just run with a friend now. You don't know.
Anyway,
That
ladies,
was
thank
so
you so
expensive.
much. I really had fun with you today. Thank you,
you,
B.O.B.
JJ.
and thank you, Bankole
Thank you.
Seun.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, and to you who's watching right now, thank you so much for being a part of today's podcast. I'm going to leave it with the words of a very famous man who said, last, we go there all right. Have a nice day.